Welcome back to Shadow Man Remastered. We've got a lot of backtracking to do, so let's get started. First of all, we've returned back to the bayou, because as I mentioned before, there are 6 more Dark Souls to find in the bayou. And since we're now Shadow Man here, we can do that.
Oh, shit.
And there are plenty of demon dogs out here. Remember the dogs when we first came here? There was a bunch of them, but now they are attacking, but that's fine. Let's get out the marteau. I have no voodoo power. I probably should have noticed that. My voodoo power is empty. Let's get out our gun. Another victory for the Lord of Deadside. He has killed all the dogs. Okay, let's get to getting some things. First of all, just one of these plates here. Can't do anything with that plate. We will have to come back later for that. But what we can do right now is do this altar. And we find a Govee behind a cage door. We actually passed by this earlier, but we were not able to get in here, of course.
The Dark Souls are mine.
I always thought it was cool when you became Shadow Man in Live Side and you realized that you could leave the church, go back out into the bayou, and explore a lot more than what you had already done, since this is, this is back at the beginning of the game. And you may not really think that there was anything else in the bayou to really find. You've already been here. You were here at the beginning. What else is there to find? But turns out the answer is plenty. First of all, there's this little hut in the back. We opened the door by shooting the lock. We could have come here as Mike, but would not have been a good idea. Danger, it says. How dangerous could it be?
Whoops.
No, that dangerous. That would be a fall that would have killed Mike. I mean, all that would have happened is he would have appeared in Deadside as Shadow Man. That's a way to get to Deadside at the beginning of the game without using the teddy bear. No reason to do that, but you could. Alright, so we're in like a mine underground. We got gators. Yeah, it's right here. The Lord of Deadside beats a tactical retreat.
The Dark Souls are mine.
I guess a question still does remain of how did Nettie get these Govee into Live Side? Or did she even do that? Did someone else bring them here? Whatever the answer, Nettie has been hiding them in the bayou. And yeah, it seems unlikely that someone would come out here to this little pond full of gators So it seems like it's pretty secure. I think in the original version of the game, there was a shotgun in that area. It's not here in the remaster because it is in, I think, one of the new levels. Marco Cruz's level, I believe. So it seems like there's a missing weapon, but it's actually been relocated to a different level. If I remember correctly. I think that's how it goes. Get some health back. It is funny that the gators are basically the most, kind of the most dangerous enemy we've been encountering in the game. Much more dangerous than any of the creatures in the asylum.
Dark souls are mine.
How many are mine? 5 out of 8. Yeah, I think we can jump down. I don't think there's anything else up here. Yeah, I thought that was the case. There's a Govie up there. We have to work our way up to that. I believe this is back where we were at the beginning. We were first making a path up to the church. And up here, yeah, this is the first Govie that we saw in the game. We didn't know what it was at the time, of course.
Dark souls are mine.
And even if we did, we would not have been able to open it.
Ammo's all gone.
Also, this boat over here. First time we were around here, we would not have been able to shoot out this wall right here, these planks.
Great. Excellent.
Here it is.
The Dark Souls are mine.
And with that, we now have 7 Dark Souls out of 8 in the bayou. Where's the 8th one? Well, you remember that plate we saw by the church? I said we couldn't open it yet. Yeah, it's under that. So we cannot get the 8th one at the moment. We have what we can get. So where else can we go? We're in the bayou. New York, no. London, no. Nothing new in those areas for us. Summer Camp, Florida, no. We did that. The Marrow Gates. There is something there. We got all the Dark Souls from the Marrow Gates, I believe, but there is something else in there, just like a little thing we could look at.
Mikey, what's up?
And this is the same cutscene that we saw. For some reason, this cutscene seems to repeat. Like with the other cutscenes, you talk to Jaunty once, and then he doesn't have that cutscene again. With that particular one about Nettie passing out, it seems like that repeats every time we come back to the Marrow Gates. Also, I do believe that is the final conversation that we do have with Jaunty. As far as any advice he has, well, that kind of stops once we've been eclipsed and Nettie is passed out. Because, well, we know what we have to do. We have to kill the 5, open up their control rooms in the engine block, turn off the pistons, and get as many Dark Souls as we can. It's pretty clear by this point. We don't really need more advice. But what we do need right here is the Marteau, because we've encountered some drums. Even if we're banging the drum, the voodoo power still goes out to attack any nearby enemies. There's just a few kiddo. Not much. But hey, want to open that up and see what's there in there anyway. But we do have 4 out of 4 Dark Souls in the Marrow Gates, so we don't really need to be here. Just wanted to open that up. There's the Path of Shadow. I don't think there's anything we really need from there. The Temple of Life. We do have the ability to walk on coals now.
Come on, Slowpoke.
And there are plenty of coals to walk on in the temple. And that really does open up the temple, because instead of having to jump from platform to platform, we could just, like, do this. These sinking platforms, don't really care about them anymore. There. Yep, coal's right here, and that means we can walk right up to this Govie.
The power of the Dark Souls. I embrace it.
And that brought us up to level 8. Only 2 more levels to go. But of course, a lot of Dark Souls to actually get all of them up to level 10. We're only at 71 out of 120. And let's see, there are 3 more Dark Souls in the Wasteland. Oh, here's another one.
Got it. The Dark Souls are mine.
2 more in the Wasteland. Well, there's one, but there's lava. And we do not have protection against lava. That way, Lot goes to the lower chamber. We don't need to go there. Ah, there's one right... No, is that one guarded by lava? No, there's no lava there. It's on the other side of a fiery block. Here, didn't I open... thought I opened that block before. Because we could have done that when we got the ability to touch fire. I thought we did that. Did I skip that entirely? Well, this Dark Soul is still here.
The Dark Souls are mine.
That gives us 12 out of 13 Dark Souls in the Wasteland. And we know that the 13th is not available to us because it's guarded by lava. So, we can't complete that yet, but we're done with the Wasteland for now. Asylum Gateway. Oh yeah, there are coals. There's certainly coals in the Asylum Gateway. Let's see. 2 Dark Souls to be found in the gateway. Right, we were on this path when we first came to the gateway, and we did see that there was a pathway over here, but we cannot get here because of the coals. No, there's one right over there. It's one in one of the watchtowers that overlooks the entrance to the asylum.
The Dark Souls are mine.
More than one way we could go. Well, we could jump to get that Godot, but I mean, we'd have to work our way back up here. We'll save that for later. We could also walk on the railings to get that Godot. But I mean, there's more important things to find. We are looking for a Dark Soul somewhere up here.
Got it.
And yeah, this does connect to an earlier part of the gateway that we were at when we were first here. We don't need to go there. We want to explore new parts of the gateway, not the old. And there's the Govi. We did see this Govy earlier when we went through the main entrance, but of course we could not get up here at that time.
Your dark souls are mine.
And that puts us at 5 out of 5 Dark Souls in the Asylum Gateway, so we're done. We might as well try to get 1 or 2 of those Cadeaux that's on those railings. And there was one on a lower level. That one there. There we go. All right. Good enough. All right. So that's it for the gateway. Experimentation rooms. There's some stuff in there. We were there once before. We did most of it. You might remember it was a very big area. But we did not get everything. There's one more Dark Soul to be found. And this is actually a good place for us to warp in. Because there was something that I didn't notice the first time we were here. I used the engineer's key to unlock this. I didn't realize, actually, that you could use it a second time. And that now both of those things are unlocked. So there was somewhere else that we could have gotten access to the first time we were here in the experimentation rooms. But I'd completely forgotten that that one particular lock can be unlocked a second time. Let's see, can we get back there from here? Need to remember now how to get back to that area with the thing that we just unlocked. Since this is a new level, it's difficult to remember, and also because it's so big, it's kind of difficult to remember how to get around it. Oh, and I think also the first time I was here, I did not go up here, I don't think. Going up here just slides us down. That's fine. I think this is closer to where we want to be. Oh, but we can just drop down, can't we? Because we can walk on the coals now. No need for the platforming. Well, I mean, if we wanted to climb somewhere higher, then yeah, we would need to, but we might as well explore down here. That's a ramp that goes up. Might as well see what we can find. And the most that we're going to find on these coals are some barrels, a Cadeau here and there. I think we want to shimmy. I think we do. Yeah, this is where we want to be. Because the thing that I just opened... Well, first of all, I think we can get a cadeau. Yeah, here's a fan that wants to suck us in, but we can get close enough to get this cadeau. And run back. All right. Yeah, the door I opened is right here. So we have not been able to go through this yet. I could have done this the first time we were here, but I just, like I said, forgot about that you can unlock that one particular panel twice. And now we get to a very large, impressive-looking structure. Some sort of giant turbine. Cadeau on that. Sure is spinning fast.
Oh shit.
We got it. Did we climb from the... I think this is the direction we were climbing towards, I think. To the other side. All there is a cadeau, but I mean, when we wanted to get it right, we could drop down to that staircase, but we wouldn't be able to jump back up. So let's not do that yet. Let's go here and then drop down onto the coals. There is a door here. Alright, that started the bottom level of that turbine turning. We can see like there was a little, there's like a hole, a passage on the bottom of it. Before we go down there, just want to remind myself, is there anything on the coals? Like a cadeau or anything? That seems like something they would do. No, I'm not seeing anything. Also, we can't get into this passage from here. We'll have to come back the way we came. But first, let's do this. Anything else in here? Doesn't seem like it. One of these dogs from the playrooms. Don't see those around outside of the playrooms usually. A locked door here. And inside, we can see a violator. We saw one of those in the playrooms. But there's another one here in the experimentation rooms. Now, in the N64 version of the original game, there were 2 violators. The second one was was something that you got from opening up the level 10 door at the end of the game. All right, this unlocks a door that we were on the other side much earlier. The first time we were in the experimentation rooms, we passed by this door. So that connects that. However, in ports of the game to the Dreamcast and the PC, there was not a second violator behind the level 10 door. They replaced it with something else. What that something else is, we will see when we get there. But there was not a second violator in those versions of the game. In the remaster, they decided to add back a second violator by putting it in the experimentation rooms. That unlocks this cell. But let's see if we can go down. Some of these pigmen operating some large machinery. What's in there? Well, it looks like maybe like a proto-true form or something being gestated inside this big machine, I suppose. Also, this is a pretty unusual looking door. We can hear the distinct sound of a true form. It's yelling. All right, I might as well head down there.
Oh shit, I'm in trouble here.
I suppose this is potentially the first place in the remaster that you could fight a true form.
Yes, the Dark Souls are mine.
Of course, we fought quite a few at this point, but if you were able to plumb every last corner of the experimentation rooms the first time you're here, you would have been able to find this room and the true form within. I guess would have been before you get Jack's journal, so you wouldn't have really known what that is by this point. Just that it's a giant monster that has a dark soul in it. But I mean, I guess the little cutscenes you get in the experimentation rooms do tell you the details that in the asylum they're creating these big demon soldiers and implanting dark souls into them. Little exposition that you get that you don't get in the original game. I mean, it's all told to you in Jack's journal, but in this version of the game, you do get a little dialogue, well, monologue. in the experimentation rooms about that. And look at what we found.
A weapon forged in the asylum. This'll do fine.
All right. We have a violator. We've been collecting accumulators to get the violator in the playrooms, which in the original versions of the game, that was the first violator you could get. But now, we've got this. It's like this big vicious looking thing that goes on our arm. Basically, it's a machine gun. And now that we've got it, we will be finding ammo for it in barrels. Let's see, was there another direction we could have gone? Well, there's that. And then we went up there, so no. Okay, we have all 4 Dark Souls from the experimentation rooms, and we have the Violator. So, I think, at this point, I was going to say we are done with the experimentation rooms. I guess we never went on that one stairwell, though. Well, we can't get there from here, but... I mean, I guess there's no reason to actually do that. I'm talking about the stairwell on the side in the big coal room with the turbine. If we have all the Dark Souls and we have the Violator, I don't think there's actually a reason to go there. Well... All right, let's head to the next area then, because I think we're done. Cathedral of Pain.
Come on, Slowpoke.
A lot of coals in the Cathedral of Pain. When you kill them with the Violator, they don't explode or go on fire. They just fall over dead. All right. What do we want to get? Well, there are some Cadeaux on some pedestals. We could see if we could make these jumps. Get on this. All right. I guess this is in the asylum. This is... Oh, missed it. Big fall. Big fall. Hope we survived it. I guess in the asylum, this is their version of offering Cadeaux to the Loa. Like, they're not offering it to the Loa, but offering it to, you know, their own, you know, particular religion that they have down here. What they consider to be sacred. And of course, it's Shadow Man's duty to recover the Cadeaux from this horrible place and bring them back to where they should be. So yeah, if we fall down from those stairwells, we do fall into this rather large area full of coals and spikes and fire.
Got it.
Now, of course, the Cathedral of Pain in the remaster only has 1 Dark Soul in it, and we already got that. So really, the only things that we're collecting are Cadeaux. Yeah, the Cathedral of Pain has this whole section here on the underside. You don't have to go down here, but it's here. Nothing in this room? How strange. I mentioned before, but the lighting and shadows in areas like this really do make it look a lot better. Despite the low polygonal... Oh, got real big close-up there. Despite the low poly graphics, lighting and shadows do look very nice. Now, why did we come up here? Well, to jump down here.
Oh, yeah.
We get a secret. Like I said, by walking into certain places that you wouldn't normally walk into, you are able to unlock secrets, which we'll take a look at some point. And this is where the Dark Soul was. Not here anymore, of course, because we got it. And with 69 Cadeau, maybe that's enough time spent in the Cathedral of Pain. We could, like, go back up and, like, try to make those jumps to get those other Cadeau that's on those pedestals, and then, like, of course, there's the chance that we'll fall down again. That's just, like, one of those things about, you know, how much time do you want to spend getting all the Cadeau? I mean, if you want to spend time getting all the Cadeau, they will let you spend time doing it. But maybe we don't need to spend that time right now. Let's say we're done with the Cathedral of Pain. And engine block, no, nothing there for us. Temple of Fire, yes. Yes, something there for us. There are coals. Well, down there's lava. So we don't want to go down there. More lava down there. Yeah, I'm just trying to think about... Oh, here's skulls. We can drop down here. I'm just trying to think about it. When we were in the experimentation rooms, would it have been possible to get the violator the first time you were there? I'm just trying to think about, was there anything blocking you from doing that?
Got it.
Anything that would have stopped you from doing it if you found that room? Or could you really have gotten the violator that early in the game? Didn't seem like there was really anything stopping us from doing it. Just as long as if we had found that... if we had unlocked that door... There's really nothing stopping us from making our way to where the violator was. I mean, you do have to kill the true form. That's not that big of a deal.
The sister's awake.
Oh, no. There was something. I'm sorry. There was. The big turbine room with the coals. We had to walk on those coals. So no, you would not have been able to get the violator your first time there. You would not have been able to get it until you did the Temple of Prophecy and got Marcher, which lets you walk on coals. So yes, that would have stopped you from doing it. I was just going over that in my head thinking, would they really let you get the violator that early on? No, they would not have. You would not have been able to do it.
The Dark Souls are mine.
They are, yes. That was just something that was bothering me. I was just thinking about it. 8 Dark Souls out of 11.
The sisters awake. The sisters awake.
Oh, a red one. You don't see that often. But even though she was a little bit difficult the first time we fought her, really not a problem now.
The Dark Souls are mine.
That puts us at 9 Dark Souls out of 11 in the Temple of Fire. I think that's all we can get here. I do think we need to be able to swim in lava to get the remaining 2, so we can leave here. Asylum cage, yes. There are coals in the cageways.
Great.
Before, we had to be careful not to fall down here. Now, let's fall down here on purpose. So we can get into this little nook and see what we can find. We can see 2 Dark Souls in this room. And there are 5 to find in the cageways. It's kind of an unusual room. Got kind of like sliding platforms going up and down this thing. Well, first let's kill these guys so we can just do this without getting... Oh, just kind of hovering there. I was in like in a state of the game didn't know if I should be grabbing onto that platform or not. Onto that edge. So I was just kind of hovering there. Didn't know what to do. Don't know what the purpose of a machine like this would be. It's just like an angled slope with platforms slowly going up and down. Why would you build this? Who can say? So we need to make our way across to the other side of the room by waiting till these platforms get high up, and then jumping to the next and sliding down onto the platform. You see how it's going. At the top of this one, there is a hallway to another room, but let's complete this room first. That sends that cage going.
Got it. The Dark Souls are mine.
All right, so since that cage is moving, we can now climb on that rope to get that other Govie. That is a small platform, though. Let's just break that open so we can land right on it when we go over there. And just going to wait for this cage to come back and start moving forward again, just to give us the maximum amount of time for us to climb over here. Once again, the ability to look down in the remaster is much appreciated for doing something like this.
The Dark Souls are mine.
Oh, hello. And here is just like a room just full of skin. We haven't been seeing a lot of those lately. Been missing these skin rooms. Why haven't we been getting more skin rooms? Rooms full of skin. Like, what is even the purpose of working at the asylum if you don't get your skin rooms? That's the entire perk of working there. The Marteau is excellent for multiple enemies, but the Violator really is very powerful when it comes to single enemies. And before we do that, let's see if we have any barrels down here to open up. Oh, there is a switch. And that moves a cage. And we got a look at a Govie that's in this room. So that Govie's in a cage. And that cage, there's like a ledge we could shimmy on over there if we got to that platform. There's another Govie over there. Pretty easy to see how we would get to that Govie. I'm gonna climb on this rope. Let's take a stop on this platform so that the cage will come back. And that'll give us more time.
The Dark Souls are mine.
2 more Dark Souls to go in the cageways. Let's see. Just trying to remember how we get across to there. Might be like this. Oh, that jump did not go well. Let's see if we can do that better. There we go. That doesn't seem like that's how you're supposed to do it. But, I mean, it works. This cage is open on this side. Front of it. And jump backwards.
The dark souls are mine.
Oh. Didn't expect to actually land on it like that. Do we need to go back? I mean, there's like there's a ledge over there with a couple of barrels. We might as well go back. Yeah, there is a doorway on this platform as well, so we'll see where that leads. And a Govie. Actually, we have been in this room before, but we're not able to walk on coals at that time. We were on the other side. Oh, that's how you're supposed to get. You're supposed to approach this, get to this room on the other side, walk on the coals, get here, go through this door, then get to this room from here, and then shimmy across to get to that one platform instead of jumping on the pipe like we did. I didn't feel like jumping on the pipe was how you're supposed to do it, but it does work.
The dark souls are mine.
And that means we got 11 out of 11 Dark Souls in the cageways. That means we're done here. After the cageways, there's the playrooms. I wasn't kidding when I said there's a lot of backtracking to be done at this point. So much backtracking. There are 2 more Dark Souls to be found. And also, we have a 3rd accumulator, which means we can get that violator. The violator is in this room, which we unlocked the first time we were here.
Ammo's all gone.
Yep, had ammo. All right, 2 accumulators are plugged in. Let's get our 3rd one out.
Looks useful.
And now,
It does.
well, we know what it does. Now, we have 2 violators, 2 big spinning blade guns of death on Mike's hands. This is very powerful to have both of them at once. We could come back once we get 2 more accumulators to get the ammo, but I mean, we will, like I said, we will find ammo now that we have violators. Let's see. What else do we need to do here in the playrooms? Well, there was one cell. Not that. There is a cell where there were coals. Not this one either. There were some coals. We could not walk on the coals. It was like the only place in the playrooms where we saw coals. Need to find that one particular cell. I remember what the room looks like. It's just that it can be difficult to remember exactly where it is. But we have unlocked most of the doors in the playrooms and opened up the passages, so... Oh, actually, I believe it's here. I believe it's here. Oh yeah, we opened up that, didn't we? That guy's running around. Yeah, here it is. Alright, so of course we were not able to walk on this before. We can now. Let's see where it leads us. Well, there he is. I mean, you kind of knew this was going to happen. But we don't have any violator ammo. That's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine.
Yes, the dark souls are mine.
One more dark soul somewhere in the playrooms.
Great.
Oh, was like a bunch of violator ammo up here. Oh, and here is our final Dark Soul. Yeah, we did see this room earlier, the first time we were here. And we said, we noticed that, we looked through this window, right? And then we said, hey, look, there's locked door. There's a lever here that would unlock the door. We would have to get from the door on the inside to open that. And to do that, we would have to get into that vent to get into the room from this direction. And we did that. So now we are able to get this. The last Dark Soul in the playrooms.
Dark souls are mine.
All right. 10 out of 10 in the playrooms, and we got the Violator. Playrooms are done. Unless we want to use the remaining 2 accumulators when we find them to get more ammo for the Violators. That's playrooms. Temple of Prophecy. You might remember as we were going through the Temple of Prophecy, there were quite a few rooms where there were drums. We could not play the drums. We can play the drums now. Let's give the dual Violators a bit of a try. We don't have that much ammo for them, but it'll be fun. They just kind of explode into chunks. How about we have only one more Dark Soul to find in here, and I think we mentioned last time it's here. But the reason we're coming here right now is all the sisters are awake, by the way. They're not asleep. They start off awake. They're powerful, but ammo gets eaten up pretty fast, especially when you're using 2. Okay, here's the door. Let's find the drums. Let's see what's in the pots. Not surprisingly, mostly Cadeau. That's what we can expect in the doors that we open up with the marteau. Now, you might remember that a lot of the rooms that were of that format, like there's a statue and you have to press some buttons and such to open it up. A lot of those did have drums in them. Well, let's see if we can do it this time without being hit by a fireball. Oh, I missed the jump. Oh, fireball got me, but okay, it never mind. It knocked me off again. It knocked me off. Got knocked off again. Second time. It's fine. So many of them. There's so many sisters. They're all awake at the same time. Okay. Drums? Yes, drums in this room. There are drums. It seems, I mean, these are supposed to be the trials of the Gad. It seems like Mike would have had much more of a trial if the sisters were all just awake to begin with. Then he would really be earning these tattoos. We have 91 Cadeau. We're actually almost at the point where we could be depositing them for another health up. It wasn't that long ago that we got the last one. Well, we can survive the coals, but that does. We still do have to get the jump right. Oh, we're back here. All right, well, let's just keep going back this way. This is the way we would have been going if I had succeeded at grabbing the pole without getting hit by a fireball. All right, more drums. All right, 96 could go. And more drums. Might be the last of the drum rooms. You know, I'm not sure about that. Probably shouldn't say that yet.
Got it.
This one, the third drum, is hidden a little bit. Like, there are two drums, but there's no third drum in the center. Gotta find where that third drum is. It's not the most obvious location. There it is. It's behind the head on the statue. We've got 101 Cadeau. Coming here and banging these drums, all worth it. Because it means we get another life up. And like I said, I think that was the last drum room. Let's just keep running in this direction. Yeah, no drums here. And we did get all of the Dark Souls that we can get from here. Plenty of sisters that here want to kill us. Still a lot of those. But hey, that's such for the drum rooms. And guess what that means? It means that was the last level that we were backtracking to get stuff. And so our big backtracking session is over. This will be the biggest backtracking session, I think, of the playthrough. The first one we did was not as long, I don't think. This is definitely the biggest because there are a lot of coals throughout the game, a lot of areas we could go back to walk over. There was also doing the bayou, since we're Shadow Man now in live side. There was also doing the experimentation rooms, because I did remember that one particular lock that I didn't do the first time we were there. So, and also getting the accumulator, so we were able to go to the playrooms and get that violator. And the result of all this backtracking is that we reached level 8, and we got two violators. So much more powerful now than we were before. But where is that going to take us? Tons of shots. just coalescing all around Mike as he's warping out of there. We're back here in the Paths of Shadow. Let's just quickly have a quick look at where we might be going to next. Now, we did open a level 7 door earlier, and we did not go to the level that connected to. And there's a reason for that. It's because the level is a part of the asylum called the Lava Ducts, in which there is a lot of lava. But we don't yet have protection against lava, so not much of a point to going there at right now. Is there any dudes there? Yeah, I think there's dudes there. There's a dude. Yeah, there are certainly dudes. So even though the lava ducts technically is the next level, because that is behind the level 7 door. Oh, I fell. Despite that, we are not doing the lava ducts next, because we would just have to... We would only be able to do a small part of the level. We would not actually be able to navigate the lava that the level is named after. So, since we reached level 8, that means we can now open this door.
I am the Lord of Deadside.
Mike loves opening the doors. Simple pleasures in life. You got to figure out what makes you happy and then do it. For Mike, it's opening up doors. And so, by opening up that level 8 door, we find another path. And I believe... Let me just quickly look at this. If you look down at the bottom center, there's a level 8 door. It does lead, yes, to the final, the third and final of the Sisters' Temples, the Temple of Blood. And in the Temple of Blood, that is where we will get the final tattoo, which is the one that protects us against lava. Which means that after getting that, we can go back to the lava ducts and do that entire level in one go. So, next time, as we continue on with Shadow Man, we will be paying the sisters one more visit as we go to the Temple of Blood to get that final tattoo. That's going to be happening next time. But before we go...
Come on, Slowpoke.
We did get 100 Cadeau, and you know what that means. Let's head to that lower room, because it means our 4th altar can get an offering.
Oh, yeah.
And walking into this particular altar gets us a secret. None of the other altars do that.
These gifts I give to thee, O gracious Loa, O generous Loa, a spiritual trade for life beyond. The life force fills me with its savage fire.
Fire running through our veins. Not all the way, because we still have 1 notch left, but we have almost a complete health meter. Just 1 more notch to go, which means getting 98 more Cadeau to make that 5th and final offering to the Loa to finally max it out. But that's... I mean, we'll be getting Cadeau as we continue, but we're not thinking about that right now. What we are thinking about is going to that final temple, getting that tattoo so we can finally swim in some lava. And then we can continue on with our asylum adventures. We're level 8. We've gotten 2 violators. And, I mean, Mike's basically a killing machine at this point. We will continue on with more Shadow Man Remastered now that our big backtracking is over. It's time for forward tracking. Is that a word? I mean, we always say backtracking when it means going back to places we've already been. What about going forward to places you haven't been yet? We're going to forward track next time on Shadow Man.